At some point in your professional life, you notice a pattern that feels deeply unfair. The people who interrupt, pressure, manipulate, or step on others often seem to rise faster. They get promoted. They are heard. They dominate meetings. Meanwhile, those who are respectful, thoughtful, and cooperative are often overlooked, exhausted, or quietly pushed aside. This creates a disturbing question. If being mean works, why shouldn't I become like them? This question doesn't come from jealousy. It comes from confusion. From watching effort, competence, and integrity lose against aggression and ego. And pretending this pattern doesn't exist doesn't help anyone. It exists. But understanding why it exists changes how you respond to it. Mean people often thrive in professional environments because many systems confuse confidence with competence. Aggression looks like leadership. Loudness looks like certainty. Control looks like effectiveness. When decisions are rushed, hierarchies unclear, or managers overwhelmed, those who dominate space are mistaken for those who deserve it. Not because they are better, but because they are visible. There is also a psychological advantage mean people exploit. They are often less burdened by self-doubt. They don't overthink how their words land. They don't hesitate before taking credit. They don't carry the emotional weight of how others feel. This emotional detachment gives them speed. While others reflect, they act. While others hesitate, they push forward. In competitive environments, speed is often rewarded more than depth. Mean behavior also thrives in systems that reward short-term results over long-term health. When performance is measured only by numbers, deadlines, or appearances, empathy becomes invisible. Pressure tactics may deliver quick outcomes, even if they damage trust, morale, and sustainability. Organizations rarely feel that damage immediately. It shows up later, in burnout, turnover, resentment, and collapse, long after the successful person has moved on. This is why mean people often look successful early in their careers. They climb fast in unstable systems. They exploit chaos. They benefit from environments where boundaries are weak and leadership is reactive. But speed is not the same as direction. And dominance is not the same as strength. The hidden cost of this type of success is internal. Mean people often sacrifice self-awareness for control. They suppress vulnerability, empathy, and reflection because those qualities slow them down. Over time, this creates a narrow identity, always right, always strong, always in charge. That identity is fragile. It cannot tolerate feedback. It cannot adapt easily. And it cannot build trust. Trust is the invisible currency of real leadership. You don't see it in promotions or titles, but you feel it in loyalty, collaboration, and resilience. Mean people rarely inspire trust. They generate compliance. People follow them because they fear consequences, not because they believe in the direction. This works until pressure increases. When things go wrong, compliance disappears. Fear doesn't hold people together in crisis. There is also a personal cost that rarely gets discussed. Living in constant competition hardens you. You stop seeing colleagues as humans and start seeing them as obstacles. Relationships become transactional. Conversations become strategic. Even outside of work, this mindset leaks into personal life. Success achieved by suppressing empathy often results in isolation, even if it looks powerful from the outside. Being kind, ethical, or respectful does not mean being passive or weak. That is a dangerous misconception. Many people confuse kindness with self-sacrifice and integrity with silence. True professionalism includes boundaries. It includes clarity. It includes the ability to say no, to speak up, and to defend your work without humiliating others. Strength does not require cruelty. The reason it can feel harder to succeed without becoming mean is because it requires a different type of power. It requires patience. It requires consistency. It requires letting results speak instead of ego. This kind of power builds slower, but it compounds. Over time, people trust you. They want to work with you. They recommend you. Your reputation becomes an asset, not a liability. Mean people often burn bridges faster than they realize. They move forward, but leave damage behind them. Careers are long. Industries are small. The person you dismiss today may be the person who decides tomorrow whether you are invited into the next opportunity. Reputation follows quietly. And unlike titles, it cannot be rebranded easily. There is also something deeper at stake than career success. Becoming someone you don't respect corrodes you from the inside. You may gain status, money, or authority, but you lose alignment. And misalignment is exhausting. It shows up as emptiness, irritability, and a constant need to prove yourself. Many outwardly successful people are internally unstable because their success is built on suppression, not coherence. The real question is not whether mean people succeed. They sometimes do. The real question is whether that version of success is worth becoming someone you wouldn't trust, respect, or want to work for yourself. Success that requires you to shrink others eventually shrinks you too. Choosing not to become mean does not mean choosing to be naive. It means choosing a longer game. One where your growth is sustainable, your identity is intact, and your success does not require emotional armor that isolates you from others. It means learning to be firm without being cruel, confident without being dismissive, and ambitious without being predatory. In the end, the most powerful professionals are not the loudest or the coldest. They are the most grounded. They can handle pressure without becoming toxic. They can lead without humiliating. They can succeed without losing themselves. That kind of success may not be the fastest, but it is the one you can live with. If you've ever felt tempted to harden yourself just to survive professionally, this channel exists to remind you that strength and integrity are not opposites. Subscribe to Motivate Me now for calm, honest reflections on work, character, discipline, and building a life you don't need to recover from.